Internet. Welcome to Hack the Dino, your hackiest dino that you ever did hack. I'm Ben Rosenthal, and sitting to this side of me is Mr. Dan McGuinness.
Hello.
Sitting to this side of me is a big monster, big old monster. He's the E3 monster, and he's here to tell us all the things that he ate over the past week at the big old E3 conference.
And what gave him indigestion.
So yes, this is our E3 recap show. E3's just wrapped up. We don't usually do a weekly show, but we are calling this one officially episode 45, and it's all three... Sorry, that was the E3 monster. It was whispering in my ear. It's all E3, all show.
That sounded like the EA presentation.
Now, spoilers. We are in Greenlight Comics. This is episode 45. I think I said that before. I'm Ben, that's Dan. This is Darth Vader. He's a Sith Lord. He's dead now, so don't worry about him. And very small. Anyway, Dan, what do you think about E3 overall?
I think it was the best one in 3 years.
Really?
Yep.
Why are you smoking?
Because I just think it was.
Why?
Because I can see you have a different opinion. I just thought it was a good one. Like, I've watched them in the past, and everything that's come out, I've been like, yeah. But this one I was like, cool.
I'm going to have to agree with you there.
Oh, damn it.
I know. Really interesting podcast. We both agree. Let's shake hands and go off.
And go home.
No, for me, this E3, it seemed to have a momentum that didn't peak and it didn't wane.
Yeah,
it's like every studio is just really pumping out really awesome games, or it's got some really awesome games coming out. And I think it was just a really great indication of where the industry's headed.
They finally worked out that E3 is important and people care what's coming out.
Well, I don't even...
You can't just knock a trailer up in 40 minutes before E3 starts and expect to have a good rap for the rest of the year.
There has been a lot of talk as of recent years as to whether E3 is still relevant, which is, I think, why they opened it up to the public and made it more like a PAX to try and Capulet? To try and Romeo and Juliet it. But enough about that. We'll go into...
We have enough to talk about.
We do.
Let's stop
we're only talking about E3 stuff. We're going to go through each of the main conferences. There's 5 or 6 of them. But the first one that came out was the EA conference.
Yeah.
Got anything to say about the EA conference there, Dan?
Not much. I skipped it.
You skipped it?
Yeah. I just kind of read the aftermath stuff.
I personally think it was probably the weakest of all the conferences.
Tell me what happened.
Well, it was your basic EA conference, people coming out talking, blah, blah, blah. We'll go through what they spoke about very shortly. But they had an esports segment.
Oh, no.
And the two guys are just sort of like the commentators they had there were as entertaining as wet cardboard.
Wet labos.
Folded in. Yeah. It says entertaining as wet labo. Like they were trying to banter and you could tell they'd met maybe 5 minutes before out the back.
Like us.
Yes. So it just really off-putting. But we'll get into the announcements anyway. Did
they announce any new John Madden manager games?
Yep. They did. I'll go through now very quickly the dot points of the whole conference. Battlefield 5 has a Battle Royale mode.
Yeah, like, come on, guys. I'm like, what? No.
I have to admit, I was expecting at least one Battle Royale mode from each independent. Yep, and there was only like 2.
Yeah, I did enjoy that tank driving through a building, but they show a tank driving through a building every year. And every time you actually play the game, like, it doesn't quite look like those videos that they showed of in-game footage.
Quite look like GoldenEye.
Never looks like GoldenEye.
That's a cool scene. Sorry, E3. They did announce that there'll be no loot boxes or premium packs for Battlefield 5. Maybe they learned their lesson with Star Wars.
We'll see.
Maybe Lucasfilm said, no more. You're not doing that. We're taking the license off you. FIFA 19, they teased a single-player mode.
Doesn't bother me. Sports, no.
They announced their Origin Access Platinum coverage. You get to play games ahead of the release date, which I just think is rotten.
Really?
Yeah. So if you're a member of their Platinum release thing, you get to play the games before
broken
everyone
games.
else. No. They hold back the release date sort of like a couple of weeks.
Oh, no. It's all starting.
They've been doing that for a while. That's $15 a month or $100 a year. This is in US dollars. You get a 10% discount on Origin purchases in the Vault.
This is such stuff that doesn't matter. This is such worth a giant announcement. A gigantic multi-million-dollar event.
Speaking of multi-million-dollar events, Clone Wars content is coming out for Battlefront with General Grievous and Obi-Wan as playable characters.
I love Grievous.
Still had that game. That would be cool.
Did you sell it, Braden?
Yeah.
Grievous. I do like Grievous. He's one of my favourite characters, the old coffin robot.
I loved him because he was like a 1950s moustache-twirling villain.
Yeah.
Time to abandon ship. It was great. Best part of that movie. And they teased from Respawn Studios Jedi Fallen Order. Jedi Jimmy Fallon.
Fallen Order.
The Fallen Order's coming.
Is that
Bad jokes and prop gags.
Is that the remake? Remember that game they teased that Star Wars? It just had a number for the name. It was like 1645 or 1616 or something
possibly
like that.
Yeah, that they can.
Do you reckon that's it? Like rejiggered?
It'd be a lot of that, I think.
That looked good, hey?
But yeah.
They showed off footage of tease footage at something a little while ago, and it looked incredible. I'll show it on the thing now.
Yeah.
But when I find it, I don't know. They didn't have a name for it or anything. But I was severely disappointed we didn't even see a logo.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, they talked to the developer.
Just said, hey.
Andrea Renee was in there. was in there. She goes, oh, look, I found this developer. Let's have a PR piece. Unravel 2 was revealed, and it was our very first, and it's available now.
Oh, is that why people cared about it?
It's a okay game.
Everyone raise their hand if you played Unraveled.
The E3 monster just did.
Oh, yeah.
See? I thought that was porcelain.
No.
I thought he was just going to rip his arm off. Sea of Solitude was announced back in 2016, is coming out, or as I like to call it, Rhyme Light.
Yeah.
Ooh, bit of salt in there.
Look gorgeous.
NBA Live 19.
You're going to go through every game, every company bought
Yeah.
out? Oh, man.
NBA Live 19 is coming out September 7th. New Madden game 19 is coming out August 20th. I say 19,
Just
but I mean
skip
2019.
all the sports games.
Command and Conquer Rivals, not Revivals. Rivals is coming to the iOS
I think
and
you got it right
Android.
the first time. Revival of Command and Conquer.
And finally, Anthem has a release date, February 22nd. Again, no loot boxes and no pay to win.
Which one was Anthem again?
It was the Iron Man game.
Iron Man suits in space.
Oh, yeah.
It looks pretty cool. People are speaking very favorably about it at the con.
Weird showing though. They showed it very weirdly.
Oh, no, yeah. A demo reel?
Yeah.
That was all right.
Seeing the same concept
It's
art
like-
times.
Wow.
It's weird, like, you've gone through a whole company, and I've got on my own list here for the people who are listening to this who can't see it. Nothing so far on my list I've had to cross off, but you've mentioned.
That's good. Have you got anything to add to EA?
No.
Okay, let's move on to Microsoft
Yeah,
and their conference. What were your thoughts on the Microsoft conference?
Is that right? Nah.
No.
I just liked one conference. When we get to it, you'll know.
Right, yeah,
'Cause
I
there'll be-
wonder which one that'll be.
Yeah, there'll be regular show gifts all over the screen. Oh.
I think we look for different things in conferences as well, Dan. So there'll be a bit of contention, I feel, especially with Nintendo.
A lot of them I skipped the actual conference and just got the highlights because I missed them. I was at work and stuff like that. Or I was
Did
sleeping.
you complete the trifecta and complain about it on the internet afterwards?
Now, that's the whole thing I wanted to not do today is to complain about any of this
No,
stuff.
we're a
because,
positive podcast.
This is all the stuff that I love in life. Why would I sit here and hate on it?
So I thought the Microsoft conference was... I thought it was in rebuilding mode, personally.
You can use the word lackluster.
Yeah. And further news that's come out of the E3 is that they're working on the Xbox Scarlet, which is the next-gen console, and it's looking to come out around 2020.
They need to hold back. Everyone needs to hold back on these consoles.
Well, I think that's why we got a lot of announcements here without any gameplay footage or whatnot. We got a lot of trailers, but we'll go into that. First up, The Awesome Adventures of Captain Spirit from the Life is Strange universe comes out soon. It is free. It's a 2-hour adventure. You play a little kid who either has powers or uses his imagination. Either way, looks pretty
it
cool.
looked like it was more imagination-based kind of thing.
Yeah.
It was like it was weird because that was one of their biggies, and to me, I was just like, oh, okay.
Yeah. Well, I think the different paths you can take, like Life is Strange. I think Alana Pierce was saying that when she played it, she put a mask on, but then when someone else played it, he got aluminium foil and made a hat. So he was sort of constructing his uniform.
Oh, okay.
So there are different branches.
It's randomized kind of just like stuff that it'd be nice if you didn't have to make choices in games. Like it randomized the choices for you every now and then.
Why would that be nice?
So that everyone has a different experience.
Yeah.
Well,
I've always thought
they did. Do you know what it's called? Breath of the Wild.
I've always thought they should bring out films like that as well. You bring out a major blockbuster film and you have 3 different endings, so people have to go to.
They did that with the Clue film.
Oh,
Depending on what cinema you went to,
Yeah.
you got 1 of 3 endings.
yeah, that should be for every film.
Yeah,
You watch
every film.
You should watch the sales of films go up.
Anyway, that's out June 26. Next, huge announcement that I'm very, very excited for. 2.5D, Battletoads.
Oh yeah,
Coming back.
How good was it when they on the trailer it actually says as one of its points that it's 2.5D,
Yeah.
and I was like, eat it, Ben.
I popped when like that barricade came up and the car crashed into it.
Had you not guessed what it was before that?
That solidified it for me.
No.
But very excited about that. Hopefully that's as good as it my expectations are.
I just want frogs that have big feet with boots that kick people and that kick pigs.
Of the little bit that they like teased, it even just looked cool.
Yeah. Cuphead is getting new DLC, The Delicious Last Course, featuring Miss Chalice with new bosses and new enemies. So that's pretty cool.
Lady Cup.
Considering how long that game took to develop and how well received it was. Beautiful game, though. Crackdown 3 displayed. They revealed a trailer.
Terry Crews.
Yeah, just yelling.
Has he always been the Crackdown voice, or they just used him now because suddenly Terry Crews? Braden, look that up.
Yeah, thanks, Braden.
I did like that trailer where where he's walking backwards, like going, yeah.
He's just yelling the whole time.
That's what Terry Crews does. But I always liked the Crackdown games. I thought they were really fun. I played them on Dreamcast first time, I think.
Recently, the Crackdown's been delayed, I think, to 2019.
Oh, great. Because Terry
look
Crews,
that up as well, Braden.
They couldn't fit him in the building.
2019 or was it 2020? But it has been delayed. I think it was supposed to come out this year. Cyberpunk 2077
Oh, yeah,
played.
that's where it was at. Like, I got to say that may have won trailer of the year, especially if it showed absolutely nothing.
No.
It was just a CG movie. It just looked like it reminded me of just like a Ready Player One trailer.
Yeah. Well, it's going to be a first-person shooter.
Oh, is it? See, I didn't even know that.
Yeah. And it's pretty much 100% going to get denied classification in Australia. So all you Australian people like us, you can import it illegally because our ridiculous government and their stupid set of rules won't let a game come in because it has drug use.
Buy it from Shin Tokyo.
Or you can buy it from Shin Tokyo. Just in
Crackdown 3, I think.
Heard it here first. Next we had The Division 2. Dying Light 2.
Division was great, the first one, but like I don't think anyone wants to play more.
Forza 4. Pick that.
Wah, wah, wah.
Crackdown 3 is February 2019.
Okay, cool.
2019.
Gears 5.
Yeah, no one. Stop there. That's on my list.
All right.
Gears, man. I'm all over Gears. And
All
like
right.
having the Kate girl as like the main protagonist, moving away from Marcus Phoenix's son, which I can't remember his name. I think that's a good deal. And they're done with that, fire and ice kind of vibe in there. They're gonna try and pull more emotion into the Gears universe because when you think about Gears of War, the most thing that everyone remembers about is when Dom finds his wife. That was the worst thing in game history.
Really?
Yeah, that made me actually cry. It was like, and I think they're like, let's try and do that again.
To be fair though, you cry when you drop an egg.
Well, it's their life gone. But I don't. I dropped an egg the other day and I was fine. But I've gotten over it. But yeah, Gears, I just wanted to push. That was on my list.
That was on your list?
And I crossed that one off.
Are you going to get the mobile game as well?
Nah. I don't do tie-in mobile games to anything.
Just Cause 4?
And it's just called Gears 5. It's not of War. Anyway, no, go.
Just Cause. Why are they bringing out another one? Just Cause. And Devil May Cry 5. Ooh, and people had no idea. Do they not listen to this show?
No.
No one does.
Or at least 10 people knew. Yeah, I like that one. I was like, it's maybe time I start actually playing those Devil May Cry games. Like, I didn't even play DMC, Detroit
Motor City.
Metal City.
Motor vehicle company.
Yeah.
Made the
But
DeLorean.
that trailer looked really cool. I was like, yeah, if they can pull off the look of this, I'll be in this. Because I love Bayonetta, and I assume it's kind of like that.
That pure action game.
Yeah. The Bayonetta,
Just as much nudity.
Bayonetta did have you in the opening of the first game. You were on a crashing asteroid fighting people to fly me to the moon. Was the soundtrack.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Speaking of awesome, Jump Force.
Oh yeah, that's on my list.
Yeah, I thought it might be. Dan, what's Jump Force?
So Jump Force, from what I could tell, is the Shonen Jump characters, like, you know, your Dragon Balls, your Naruto's and that, all in a fighting game. But what makes this one different? Because they've had games where they mash up all their characters before. It seems to be like set in New York.
Yeah, in the real world.
So you've got like Luffy and like the Naruto and Goku and that fighting, and then in like the buildings, you know, smashing all the buildings in New York, Times Square. And then it cuts back and shows like Light and Ryuk from Death Note. And I'm just like, yeah.
Now, there has been a couple more details revealed about it.
Oh, I didn't know these.
Apparently, it's going to be there's some kind of time-space continuum mashup thing.
It doesn't matter why they're here. Doesn't matter.
And Light, Yagami Light and Ryuk aren't going to be playable.
Yeah, I didn't think they were, because all the other Jump games, they're always like a support character or something like that.
Yeah.
They'll come in. Because how do you play with a dude who just writes in a book?
Yeah, and
You've got to type it out quickly.
Yeah,
and
typing of the dead.
and Ryuk, he's a death god. I'm pretty sure he could just annihilate anyone.
Well, he doesn't even fight. He doesn't even care about humans. He's just here for pure entertainment. So
Yeah.
he would just be loving watching these people fight. He'd be like, idiots.
No, do the Ryuk laugh.
I can't. That's in the movies, but it was hard because I read it, so I don't know what it sounded like.
Now, a big reveal.
That was the big reveal.
No, there's more of a big reveal. Finally, coming soon to a console, unless you've got a Switch near you.
It's a console?
Kingdom Hearts 3 coming out. Not 2018. like promised.
hang on. I believe that this is relevant, and it may be the most important, what is it called? Announcement.
So after the show last week, I was talking to Braden, as we do.
Arguing.
All right, I was arguing, like I do, with everyone. Braden was adamant. What were you adamant, Braden? What were you adamant about?
I thought
Speak up, mate.
they were finally going to commit to it coming out this year. And
Well-
it's going to be a bomb drop.
To be fair, they did announce it was going to be out in 2018, and you were pretty certain that it was going to come out in 2018, weren't you, Braden?
Had to be. At this point.
I didn't think so. To the point where we made a little bet. A little bet. I agreed to, if it came out in 2018, to shave my head, beard, and eyebrows.
So you're going to look like a sweet Yakuza.
Look like a potato. And Braden agreed to get a PlayStation tattoo.
If it didn't happen.
Well, if it came out any later than 2018. Just so happens that it's coming out January 2019, isn't it, Braden?
Yeah, I missed that mark by about a month.
So, good old Braden's going to be going under the needle and getting some ink put into his skin to stay there permanently because he was foolish enough to question me.
He was foolish enough to handshake a bet
Yeah.
on camera.
Yeah.
So, we're going to have some footage of that, Braden, I think.
Yeah, there'll be a video of that coming up in the next week or so, I think.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Moving on. Halo Initiative was announced in a very nice looking
Nah, don't
Halo
care.
video. Yeah, what did I say? Initiative. Infinite.
Initiative
Yeah,
was
I was
the company that the studio that they're opening.
That's why I was. That's why I was uninterested, because I thought it was just a Halo tie-in thing.
No,
But
no.
yeah, that's Halo. It's basically Halo 6, isn't it?
Yeah, they're getting rid of numbers. Yes, and they're also harkening a lot back, from what I could tell from the trailer, to Halo 1 and the stuff that Dan was talking about last week, where he's saying, just take the good bits out of the games that we liked and make that.
Yeah.
So it looks like they're doing that. This on back of the announcement that they've acquired 5 studios, independent studios.
Have acquired Master Chief.
They said it's still a way off. With the announcement of Scarlet, I'm pretty sure this is going to be a launch title for Scarlet. I'm pretty sure they've acquired these 5 studios to make a hell of a lot more first-party games. And just like we said last show, and at the start of this one, Xbox is in a rebuilding mode at the moment. They're looking at the future. They're trying to get their new hardware together and ready. One positive thing that they've mentioned is that it will have hardware with it. It's not going to be a streaming service, at least not this one. So we get at least one more generation of a console before they go to the Netflix model. Then we had some Fallout 76, but I think we'll save that for the Bethesda Conference because that's where it was all coming out.
Shouldn't have mentioned it.
PUBG news. You're getting snow on a map. Good one, PUBG.
Is it a different map? Is it the same map?
Is it the Christmas special? Like, is it going to din, 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 din?
I hope so. So, yeah, PUBG kicking all those goals.
Oh, no. Now everyone's going to be able to see people who aren't wearing their...
Yeah, whatever.
They're not wearing their snow camo.
Sea of Thieves announced 2 more DLC things.
Yeah, no.
In September, Forsaken Shores, and in June, Curse Sails, which just means you get new ship stuff.
You get a new sale.
But I picked that as well. At the end of this, we're going to go through our list from last week and see who won E3 between Dan and I.
You can only play Yacht Rock in it from now on, which is a term I learnt the other day, which I never knew existed.
Finally had the reveal of Shadows Die Twice, T's last E3.
That's on my list. Let's talk about that for a little.
Okay, it's called Sekiro, Shadows Die Twice. It's from the people who made Dark Souls.
And Bloodborne.
And it's basically Dark Souls / Bloodborne, but you're a samurai with a grappling hook and you cut down the big baddies.
It looks great. There was unfortunately there was a couple of samurai things this year. Unfortunately, poor old Niho got rid, and I'm like, oh man, because that was like a Dark Souls clone set in samurai times. They just didn't quite nail it. It was good, but like there was just something about it that I think the world design wasn't quite good enough. And then they released number 2, and it should have been a really big title, but then they just foreshadowed it with this Dies Twice, Shadows, whatever it's called.
Yeah.
Sekiro. Sekiro.
Yep.
Yeah. Shadows Die Twice. And I'm really excited about that. It's still going to be hard to pull off because they didn't quite pull it off in Niho, so I'm going to see how he can do it. If anyone can do it, that guy can. He made the genre of game.
What we should do, you should get Shadows Die Twice. I'll get Ghost of Tsushima, and we'll see which one's better.
Who made Ghost of Tsushima?
Yep. So,
what
much better game.
What Infamous? Oh yeah. Oh, you reckon that'll be better?
Oh yeah.
I like the Infamous games. I played them both.
Anyway, back on track. The Bethesda Conference was next.
Oh,
Bethesda's conference last year was awesome. I thought they had that big theme park and it was well paced and it was a video package like a Nintendo Direct. Apparently the internet didn't like something, and last year it was that. So this year we got live conference people talking.
they were pretty bad.
There were some people there who were very charismatic and were able to talk very affluently and hold the attention of the audience. And then there were some who were very, very nervous.
The first guys. the end guys were awesome. The first guys were like, hello.
No. What's the name of the guy who runs Bethesda? Like the guy that came out right at the start? And he went to talk about Rage 2, and he just goes, ever since you've heard about it, because Canadian Walmart can't keep their bleeping mouth shut.
Did he say bleeping?
There was another word in there.
I missed that. I was watching it.
And they also went to twice, I think they referenced Nazis and what the Nazis can do to themselves, which got
those two
applause.
dudes were awesome.
They were.
But the ones that I can't remember what game they were talking about. They were just awkward dudes who clearly shouldn't have been put in front of a mic. And I said, this isn't hating on E3 because I actually loved watching it.
Oh, it's great.
But
they
had
were in a chatting to each other while we were watching it.
They had their scripted jokes and they stopped and paused for the laughter, but there wasn't any laughter.
No, see, that... I'll take issue there because I do the announcing and I'm a bad guy with Wrestle Rampage.
Does that happen to you all the time?
Yeah, I pause for laughter and no one. In the middle of the ring live, the crowd is much louder than you'll hear on a recording.
Yeah, I thought that maybe we just can't hear it, and so it just makes them seem. But then again, when the other guy came out at the end, when he did jokes, I could hear they were roaring.
Yeah, because they were actually funny. Whereas I think the other people were getting sort of the
getting chuckles.
Yeah, very good.
They're yacht laughs.
Let's go. All right, so we're going to. I thought it was a wrestling crowd. They were trying to work it like a wrestling crowd, and you can't do that.
Especially not the game dudes who just want to sit there and just have their stuff plowed at them.
Yeah. Give us the announcements. Andrew WK kicked it off.
Oh, yeah. That was And I was like, Andrew WK, and you're like, who is that? And I'm like, Party Anthem dude from when I was a kid. And I'm like, yeah, that's right, I'm older than everyone. That dude is like, that dude was old when I was young, and now I'm old, and he's still just the same age.
He still looks 25.
And if you look into his back catalogue, all he thinks about is partying. And it's like, we're gonna party. And I'm like, it's so weird to get him as like your guy. And
especially because I personally think I'm sort of older than the average game audience now. And I didn't know who he was.
Dude,
Brayden, did you know who he was?
No clue.
As soon as I tuned it in, like on the IGN and it came on, it was just Andrew WK's face. Like it was just, and I'm like, oh my God. And I went to my wife, Andrew WK's on there. And she's like, really?
So that went into Rage 2, which they showed gameplay for the very first time, and I got to say I was pretty impressed with Rage 2.
Yeah.
It looks a lot like Doom, and just looks like fun.
There was a lot of post-apocalyptic themes in Bethesda's.
Well, when you know something and you do it well, stick with it.
I'm not bagging it, but I just get because I like post-apocalyptic.
About halfway through, one of the punks looked at the TV screen and there was like an ad head talking.
Yeah.
They had that, but apparently that's an actual pre-order bonus that you can get with Rage 2. You can get a mounted head that talks.
I've got like a mutant head on your wall like a trophy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Elder Scrolls Legends is being remade and redone and is online with
That's that phone one, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't know.
Card game.
Yeah, the card game. And Wolf Hunter DLC's coming to online. Whatever. Skip.
Wolf.
Then Doom Eternal.
Oh, yeah.
Hell on Earth.
I got a bit confused of what was happening there because they had the trailer for something and then they followed it straight after with the Doom one. I thought it was still the trailer from before.
No, really?
And the metal music came in. I'm like, oh, they've really changed Elder Scrolls. Like, I didn't know they had like this metal. And then it was like kept going. I'm like, oh man, it must be like the bad side of Elder Scrolls. You know, like
Hell?
No, like
lots of elves walking around.
Where, like in Lord of the Rings, the bad place. What was that called? Mordor. It must be the Mordor of Elder Scrolls.
It could be because one doesn't simply walk into Mordor.
True. Or film a trailer. But and then I realised what it was pretty quick, and I was like, dude.
Was it because I was sitting there typing in all caps, going, Doom, it's Doom?
No, I missed that because I think I was glued to the screen. But I'm all over Doom. I'm a massive Doom advocate. Super Shotgun,
BFG,
Giblets. What are they called? Giblets?
Studio Giblets.
The Gore families.
Quake Champions was announced to be free to play, so you can go there now and play some competition Quake, do some rocket jumps.
Quake Champions, by the way, not companions.
I can't read my own writing.
There's a Quake Champions comic as well. If anyone, the graphic novel's out, we have it in stock right now. If you want to get on that.
Then they had the really awkward Prey segment of the Bethesda Conference.
Prey always annoys me because like Prey came out as a game, before this Prey that came out. There's been a game, and it was a pretty cool game. It was about alien abduction, and it was okay. But then, like, they brought this one out, it had nothing to do with it. I'm like, it grates me that they blatantly just used that name and didn't even...
Oh, yeah, they did it purely because they couldn't be bothered getting IP for getting registered trademarks for a new IP. They said, we've got that sitting there, we'll just take that.
Oh, so they just rejiggered... Yeah, right, okay, that's why.
Oh, they had a license sitting there.
But it's not anything to do with the other Prey.
And they openly said that when that came out.
Yeah.
So we're getting 3 new modes, story, survival, and new game. So you can have a new game on your Prey... Now, the DLC is called Moon Crash, and you're also getting Typhon Hunter.
At least you didn't get old game option. You just have to...
So you've got 6 friends. One person is the human, and the 5 other, are they called mimics? Yeah, the 5 other are the mimics, and you can be anything. So you got one person who's human. It's sort of like Friday the 13th, where one person plays Jason. And
and the other people are just spraying white bottles and chairs.
They've also got a VR mode coming out as well. Also got another VR mode coming out for Wolfenstein, which I was really surprised to see that they're doing something else with Wolfenstein. So we're getting...
It's a new Wolfenstein.
No, this is before that. So we got a Wolfenstein VR thing where you're playing a drone or something. It's a VR experience. And then you've also got Wolfenstein coming out on Switch, June 29, and Youngblood.
Ooh,
Full co-op game. BJ Blazkowicz, 2 twin girls shooting some Nazis in the face, and it's set in the 80s.
They weren't identical twins, though. They look quite different.
Oh, one's got short hair.
And different colour hair. That looked really good. I mean, the last kind of 2-player FPS I played was like Halo 2, and that was great.
Yeah.
Like, or 3 or one of them. With a campaign, like going 2 players through a campaign. Like, they don't do enough of that. Like, it's really fun.
They released a game
You can make them so hard
earlier
as
this
well.
year that was the exact premise.
Yeah, I know, but who?
Well, it wasn't Get Out. That was that really good film. Way Out. Yes, thank you, Brad.
Get out. Get out the film, man. I mean, get out the video game. You're just like, wah, wah, wah.
Then we had what we thought was a Skyrim gag, with Skyrim being released on Alexa, and it was funny, before the Bethesda concert, we were watching the IGN cast, and Alana Pierce joked, Skyrim for your smart fridge. And then the last gag of this little show reel was the guy playing Skyrim on his fridge. So just goes to show how switched on Alana is with this industry.
Iced on his feet.
Turns out you can actually get Skyrim for your Alexa.
Is it just like a...
It's a D&D campaign.
But is it just like... Is it just made purely as a gimmicky thing just because of that trailer? Like
I have no idea.
they made the trailer first and then went, you know what, let's just put out a quick version of it.
Maybe. But yeah, Alexa reads you Skyrim.
D&D on those home systems is genius.
It really is. I'm tempted to get one. I've never played D&D, but why not? All right, we'll get on to the big one. The big mama jamma. Fallout 76.
Ooh.
It's an MMO, and my goodness, it looks freaking amazing.
I'm a massive Fallout advocate. Did you get into Shelter?
I've started playing it.
Yeah, I've started playing it. I've already stopped. But
Well, I got other games.
I played it before. Went the first time it was out. So I just wanted to look at it. The new mission stuff in it that I hadn't done before. That's really cool.
Just this week, slightly go off subject, I've got for free the following games: Fortnite for my Switch, Hollow Knight for the Switch, Shaq Fu for the Switch, and Fallout. And I've also got that Pokemon game. So I've got, and then there was a mistake, and I ended up getting another shovelware game on the Nintendo store. So I've got 6 free games in the past 2 weeks.
Bet you'll play half of one.
Yeah, well, I've already ditched one. It was that shovelware one. But we'll talk about that next week in the what we've been playing.
I forgot to download Fortnite for the Switch. Did you hear about that controversy about Sony being...
We'll get to that.
You're going to get in all over that?
Who runs the Facebook page?
Yeah, you. Yeah, I didn't see it on that, though.
Because you're never on that page.
Oh, no, I get there.
All right, and Fallout 76. Come on, you're a big Fallout fan. Let us know what you think.
I like his... in his... What's the guy's name? Tom Howard?
I like his description, Todd Howard.
Todd Howard. I like him. He's very casual. He's very good in front of an audience.
He called it softcore survival.
Oh,
That was great.
He's an amazing man. He's good at presenting.
Yeah. It looked great. Like the idea of it not being massively over online. Like you got like a limited number of people within your world. I think that's really cool. So it's not dozens, he said. I'm like, oh, that's so much better. So when you find
But he said the map is going to be 4 times as large as Fallout 4.
Yeah, so you got 12 people within there. You'd come across them more than you think, eh?
Really?
Yeah. Especially if they're teaming up.
So I'm assuming you can get game over if you die?
I don't know. No, I'm pretty sure you'd probably respawn at your base that you choose to create.
Oh, okay.
Because you can create them anywhere now, which is really interesting. And it just adds that because you have all these survival games of Fallout where you go out and you look for stuff. You know, you're going through this stuff. But you never really set up a tent or try and think about how you'd survive. Like, you find all these like useless items that you can pick up, and like, well, I might take that back to my house now, and try and make it actually worth having in there and stuff like that.
We'll go through a couple of the dot points of what's going to be in Fallout 76. You can build whatever you want, wherever you want.
Yeah, which is different because you had set ones in them before.
Yep. There are nuke sites on the map.
Yeah,
where you can go and do quests to get nuke codes, and then find a nuclear reactor, put them in, and choose a place to launch a nuclear missile
and pretty
into.
much destroy that part of the terrain. It looked like it was like 20 meters deep, the craters as well.
And there's like new resources.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks great.
But the thing with that, that sounds like it's a game-breaking thing, but it looked quite hard to get the nuke codes. To get the one number of... You had to have like 6 numbers or something.
I think it was you get 3 numbers, and I think there's 12 or 15 in total. Brady?
Yeah. And then, but then, like, you can get one, but then other people might have it. And I think once another team person has it, you can't go get quest for it.
Yeah.
So it'll be they've got that number that you need.
So you have to team up.
Team up or kill or...
I'd team up and then kill them.
I'd team up and then throw a nuke at them.
It's got 100 dedicated servers, which is pretty huge. I think they're going to need it. And they've got a beta coming out early. The beta stands for Break It Early Test Application. Genius. So they just want people to go on there and just break the damn thing.
They even admitted how many glitches their games have in them.
Yep.
There are some... I reckon I may have talked about my ultimate Fallout glitch that I had where I was talking to someone right at the start of the game. You're talking to one of the main guys before you nuke something. And he's sitting in his chair. We're on like a balcony. And suddenly his head just turned sideways and just shot across into the skyline. And his neck was like just into the distance. But he was still just moving and his neck was just...
Did you take photos?
No, it was back in the day when I didn't think of stuff like that.
24 to 30 players.
Yep.
That's the certain amount of players that can be in one world at one time.
24 to 30. It's pretty good.
Dozens.
Yeah.
That is actually a fair lot of players. And it'd be great to come across people and you're like, oh, hey, man.
How's it going? Yeah. Instead of just shooting them.
You're like, oh, do you want to come on this meshing with me? Meshing.
We're from New Zealand. That comes out in 5 months' time, so November 14.
That's not long, man.
No, it really isn't, considering all the games we've got coming out between there and
are in the Cyberpunk future.
We talked about Fallout Shelter on the Nintendo Switch, which launched tonight. Well, back then it was tonight. Elder Scrolls for iOS, Blades, which will also be VR compatible, and it connects to your Apple account as well.
I think we should fasten this up. We're not going to get through this in an hour.
Oh, we are. Now, they did announce for next-gen systems, so obviously the Scarlet and the PS5, which is rumoured to be out in 2021. Starfield.
Starfield looks good. Looks like it
very
could
pretty.
be I reckon it's No Man's Sky ripoff. I reckon they're going to be like, you know what? Let's do it good.
And then we had the announcement of...
The biggie.
Elder Scrolls. Yeah, Elder Scrolls 6. It was the most prettiest logo I've ever seen. Yeah, very much. Very much.
Oh, yeah.
So, clearly coming out way. And they even said Elder Scrolls is coming out after Starfield. So
They said next gen.
yeah, well, they did at the start. We're developing a new IP for next gen.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll belt on through to the Ubisoft Conference. They start off with a nice song and dance number announcing that Just Dance 29,642 is coming out for the Wii U and the Wii.
Oh, Jesus.
Wait up, the Wii U's been cancelled.
So's the Wii.
Oh, why?
But they announced it.
Oh, facepalm. I didn't even know that.
Yeah. All right. Pre-alpha footage of Beyond Good and Evil 2 aired.
Yeah.
Man, that looked good. It was a good looking trailer. You can submit art and music for the game. They want your stuff up on there. And it's through a company called Hit Record, which was Gordon Love, what's his name? Robin from one of the Batman films. That's the one. And you do get paid. He skipped it, but he did come back on Twitter and say that if your artwork is approved and put in the game, you do get reimbursed with money. A new Trials game.
Oh, the motorbike game?
Yep.
That's all right, yeah.
Trials Rising, and it's coming to the Switch.
That's always fun.
Fine.
Skull and Bones. Now, this looks like a pirate game that people will actually want to play.
It's the pirate games. Like, we need everyone.
I think- I think Paul Bruce said, that pirates are the new zombies, which, fair call. Star Fox is in the new Starlink game, which is pretty damn awesome. It's a Toys to Life game, and we all know how well that went about 6 months ago. But if anything, I want an A-Wing toy, because that looked good. Miyamoto was there, giving everyone a wave, and got something that he really didn't care about. And they dragged him backstage, and you clearly didn't want to go. He's, there's developers backstage who'd love to meet you. And you're, okay, bye. I guess I'm... And Assassin's Creed was officially announced without the keychain. Assassin's Creed Odyssey, you can be a female. So I guess the Ubisoft developers got good.
Well done.
and finally went, oh, you know what? We can put a female in Assassin's Creed's game. It's not too hard. They're straight out saying that it's an RPG now. Assassin's Creed is now an RPG. Yeah, it's pretty good.
Play the role of a lady.
So you know that was a conference. You know, whatever.
It was a normal Ubisoft conference.
Yeah. Square Enix was next. Meh. That's all I can say about it. Everything they showed there, it was just like more Kingdom Hearts. It was like maybe 10% more of the trailer they showed for the Xbox One.
Things they're showing everything else.
Yeah. Shadow of the Tomb Raider gameplay. Okay. Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
Really could have just included it in one of the other presentations.
Yep. Skip.
All right. Sony time.
Sony.
What'd you think?
Is it right?
Really?
Yeah.
I thought this was the one you were going to get all hyped up over.
No, it's Bethesda.
Oh, really?
No, I do
Very hyped it all
I do
for
have
that.
a bunch of Sony ones there. I mean,
Sony, I thought the conference itself was really weird. Like, just confusing and jolted and jarring. I thought what they showed was amazing, but the actual conference, it's like they started off with The Last of Us and they're in The Last of Us barn, and that was really, really cool. But then after they showed that footage/gameplay, which looked awesome.
yeah, The Last of Us 2 stuff looked amazing.
They said, oh, well, we're just going to move everyone over to the main auditorium. I thought, what? And then they had this like talking head segment with 4 people sitting around.
Well, they got the talking heads to come in.
Yeah, sing a song. Just talking about inane whatever. But yeah, Last of Us 2. Let's talk about that.
So open with emotion-driven story telling,
Yep.
and then straight into like killing.
Yeah.
Killing gameplay. That all the foresty lighting. That must be on like PlayStation.
Oh, that'd be the Pro.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to get one of them one day.
Yep.
It's good.
I thought Ellie was awesome. Like,
Much older is she in it now?
10 years easy. What was she in the first game? Like 10?
She was early teens.
Yeah,
early
she was
teens?
like. I reckon she was like. I reckon she was 13.
I reckon it's clearly 5-6 years later. Yeah. 18, 19. Easy.
I reckon
They've chosen a really.
20s.
They've chosen a really young-looking person, so
Yeah.
like you can't. Yeah, you're just like.
And they
How
didn't
old are
show
you?
any of the zombies or anything. It's purely like humans.
For the first part of it, like that trailer, I just thought she was the same age, and then I went, "She drinking scotch?"
Yeah.
Like, and I'm like, "Oh, she must be older, or it is post-apocalyptic. Are there really still rules about how old you have to be to drink scotch?"
I'm impressed that in a post-apocalyptic landscape, they can still make scotch.
Oh, dude,
Priorities.
It'd be the first thing humans will like do when say like the apocalypse comes is like
Let's talk about the
beer baron.
actual gameplay. It looked smooth. It looked really intuitive. Now, I don't know if
If
they
it
were
was real.
Well, they seem to be following a very specific path. And that's a very good point. Was it real gameplay? Because you didn't really see much of a HUD. Like, you had it pop up when she was changing weapons.
I think in the other game you didn't have a HUD either. Like that was the whole point of it. It was very cinematic. Do you know what? I can't remember. I played it the day it came out, finished in like 15 hours, and then played it again. I loved it. So.
Like
I never played any.
Just a brutal thing where they're executing. Like she's crouched down, and what I really liked is she was crouching down in the grass, and you couldn't actually really see her. Like she was actually camouflaged. And they show like hanging a guy, and they rip his gut. Like he cuts him open and rips his guts out while the guy's hanging, and it just really sets the scene for a really horrible place.
Of how she probably can't hold a relationship very well.
Not teen angst. That'd be fine. But you saw her drive like stakes through people's throats, and
It opens with her like pen stabbing someone in the neck over and over.
yeah, while
quite-
she's making out with her lady friend. So, phew.
Yeah, juxtaposed to that.
yeah. No release date. What do you reckon? Next year or
Maybe late next year.
Don't know. I don't even know
maybe
when
early 2020?
I'm not even going to play that game of like
No?
when games come out.
All
They
right.
never come out at the right times. I thought Bethesda was going to drop a biggie like they did. Didn't they do it last year? They did before that Vegas or 4 or one of them. They're like, it's available tomorrow.
Yeah.
They didn't do any of these.
Fallout was pretty big.
Yeah.
No, like Fallout 76.
Yeah, but I wanted them just to be out.
Oh, okay. Calm down. All right, they got a quick Destiny 2 trailer cutscene. Destiny 2 Forsaken DLC, September 4.
I spent like $80 on Destiny 2 and thought, like, this is going to be it. And I played it for like 10 minutes.
Yep. Then we had Ghosts of Tsushima. Ooh, baby. I loved it. I loved everything about it. I loved the way that you could clearly dodge and parry and slice. One thing I really didn't like was the fact that Jin spoke English with a clear American accent.
Didn't they say it was dual audio? Or was that the other one? Is that the...
That might be the other one. I may be mistaken, but
Yeah, I'm getting my samurai games confused now.
Yeah.
I don't even know if I've seen the trailer to the one you're talking about now.
Ghost of Tsushima. That was the one where he had to go in with the Mongols and had that fight with his lady friend at the end. Had a samurai fight. And
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I haven't seen it.
So I thought he was actually going to get her to commit seppuku there, but no, he didn't. But it looked beautiful. Then we had a little tease for Dreams that they did absolutely nothing with. They came back to Dreams 3 or 4 times throughout the press conference.
The banana.
And then just didn't say anything about it. Then in the post-show, I think they were playing it, but there's still no release date.
Oh, well.
Ridiculous. They teased Control, which is a new IP coming out.
Yeah.
2019 by Remedy and 505.
Oh, that's like a superpower game, isn't it?
Yeah. She's got the Force.
Okay, I want to see more stuff of that.
Then it was Resident Evil 2 time.
Yeah.
Oh, boy. That looks cool.
Yeah, I'm all over it. Let's talk about it for a little while because
All right.
Resident Evil 2, like in the police station, was one of my games where I was just like, this is so good.
Yeah.
Resident Evil 1 was good, and then suddenly that came out, and you're like, oh my God, this is so much more exciting. It's so boring. But like, like
It's
now,
suspenseful.
But they'll remake it, and they'll have to like change it to make it more paced to modern day stuff. But I can't wait. I'll play that to death, man.
Well, Jasmine actually looked it up because she's a big fan of the Resident Evil movies.
Oh, what?
Yeah, I know. And she thought it may have been a new movie. So she watched the whole thing. My girlfriend's very scared very easily. So that was funny.
Yeah, I mean, it shows as well because those Resident Evil movies aren't scary. They're
No.
just action films.
Yep.
I do like them though.
Dumb.
I like them. I think they're fun. Yeah, they're silly.
Oh, they're silly fun, yeah.
Then we had Trover Saves the Universe trailer with Justin Roiland. I thought this was hilarious. I'll probably pick it up. Pirates of the Caribbean was revealed for Kingdom Hearts. Coming out when, Braden?
Next year.
Next year. That's right. Yes, okay. We've got a new PlayStation for that as well. So if you got money to throw at stupid things, grab one of them. Death Stranding.
Oh yeah,
The last of the big 4.
So-
I know. We've got Stuart Spidey. But anyway, Death Stranding. Go for it.
Lindsay Wagner.
Yeah. What do you think?
Just throw her in there.
Why not?
It's just like he's just gone. Hey, he's just gone through his phone like contact list and just gone. Who do I know? They'll be in a game.
Kojima can do whatever he wants.
Yeah, he can. Yeah, it looks great. I watched the whole thing. I did watch it. I got to admit, I watched it without sound because I watched it at work. But it's all right. Yeah, the ghosty like people floating in the air that look like they got umbilical cords coming out of it. It's very babyish.
Yeah. I think this is clearly still very much in post-production in that.
They've done a fair lot of work.
There's
man.
a lot of work, but it was very blurry. Like a lot of the backgrounds were very just airbrushed in.
It did look like it was when they showed game footage. I'm like, yeah, you just walk.
Yep.
It's like a Trek.
Yep.
game.
So I don't think we're going to see this before 2021.
I don't
actually
think
it'll be a launch title for the new PlayStation.
That would be cool.
What they should do is not show much more, and everyone will buy it. 'Cause
Yep.
I would.
Yep. They should just cut it, not show any more until 2-3 years down
but
the track.
they won't be able to. They'll
Well,
ruin
it's
it.
the sole thing Kojima's got going for him, so he has to keep that revenue
It's
coming
just a side-scrolling 2D fighter.
in. 2.5D.
This is
2.5D.
that he's making in the background.
Team Ninja announced Neo 2. Then we went to the SpiderMan game, which comes out September 4. Looks awesome. Had a battle with the Sinister 6, Sinister 5, and then the 6th person showed up. Who do you think the 6th person is?
Who were the other ones?
You had Electro, you had Mr. Negative, you had Vulture, you had Rhino, Scorpion, and then they showed the 6th one, but they didn't show who it was.
Punisher.
No. I
Green.
reckon Mysterio.
Old Mysterio ballhead.
Well, it's either him or Doc Ock. Doc Ock would be cool.
It could even be Green Goblin.
Nah.
Nah, he's been done.
Lighter?
Green Goblin's been done, man.
It was so bright on him.
Oh, yeah, but, I mean, Norman wouldn't hang back.
Yeah.
Norman would be leading the charge.
Maybe
It's more of
Globe
Octavius.
Man.
Yeah.
Octavius is the one who sits back and sort of like watches and then goes, ha, 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 I'm so much smarter.
Cock in ages.
Yeah, I reckon we're due.
That'd be good.
And then
Except when he became
God
Peter
of War
Parker.
stuff's coming out.
God of War.
After they said, oh, yeah, no more God of War stuff, this is it. They, oh, yeah, there's God of War Plus coming out. All right, so, yeah, Sony, good. Happy with that?
Death Stranding was good.
Yep.
Yeah, fine.
Sweet. Ghost of Tsushima. That's what I'll be
Oh yeah, there's that one.
waiting for. Can we get a release date for Ghost of Tsushima?
Don't know.
Can we please pause? Card is full.
Oh my god. Really?
Okay, so it's a little cheeky bonus for all the podcast people. Braden's card just ran out of space. Yeah, so...
Give me another one.
Or are we going to cut this short?
No. Oh, actually, I just wanted to talk about. I think I missed it in the Microsoft one.
Yep.
It was Metro Exodus.
Okay, yep.
Do you know of the Metro series?
Nope.
Not at all.
Not at all.
So the Metro is based on a set of novels like Metro 2042 or something. I can't remember the number. 35?
It's based on the South Australian bus system.
It's not at all. It's based on...
It comes really late.
It's set in the Russia, and it's after it's post-apocalyptic, after something's
Based on
happened.
the South Australian bus system.
Yeah. It's basically Fallout in Russia, and it's really cold. And it's a great first-person shooter series. It's really, really good. This is the third one into it being running, and it looked mentally good, like the trailer. That was ridiculous. It was like gameplay footage as well. But the other two before it were like eons above, I think, graphically than most stuff when it was coming out. It was so good, like the graphics on it. And you go from fighting humans to like then fight in like the Metro system, and you got torches on your guns with like light-sensitive spiders that are always coming at you with like beautiful shadows. They're all hairy. They all look different. Beautiful. I'm all over it.
All right. Grand finale time. We're talking about Nintendo and their little direct to announce some games. They had a bunch of mech games and stuff that no one really cares about. Sorry if you do. Actually, I'm not sorry. I don't care. It's
Mech
my
Warrior.
opinion. Yeah. They're just mech games. But Fire Emblem Three Houses was revealed.
Yeah.
Then Super Mario Party uses Switch in different ways. Like they get two Switches and put them together and like join them, and that looks pretty cool.
Oh, I got that one right. Some Mario game.
You got this one right as well. Mew's coming out with the Pokeball Plus app for the good old Pokemon Let's Go. Yeah, a lot of people had that reaction. So it's a free Pokemon. Shut up.
This reaction.
So, like, you guys, how much is the Pokeball?
I don't know.
Pokeball.
But it's not. You can get it in bundles. Everyone's going to get the bundle.
Yeah.
You know you are. So that looks good. They had gameplay as well. Viridian Forest. That looked awesome. Really looking forward to that game. Who would have thought? Xenoblade 2 gets new DLC. They had a show reel showing that Dragon Ball Z Fighters is coming, as is Killer Queen. Fortnite was available now.
Did you get it?
Yeah.
I might have a look at it. I am.
That's fun. It's fine. It's like less...
I just bought the Fractured But Whole yesterday.
Yeah?
And man, it's funny.
Yeah, but we'll talk about that next week in our non-E3 show.
Just saying.
Just
saying.
But it has been downloaded within 24 hours 2 million times.
Is that Japan just jumping on board?
Well, I don't know. But I played it for a little bit. It's fun. It's actually quite easy to use. You do have to squint a little bit in handheld mode because... and I did notice if you're looking into the distance, the sprites aren't as clear. There's more like little blocks in the distance.
I found the same with Fallout Shelter. I actually found it a little bit too small to play on the handheld because like some of it's so small, especially when like the level up signs of each little tiny character.
Yeah. How's this? Good old South Australian boys, Team Cherry, had a spot at E3 with Hollow Knight now available with all DLC. It's only 17 Australian dollars. It's nothing.
That would have been a lazy weekend for them.
So I think we should try and get them back in.
Yeah.
We got the lights now. We look semi-professional. I don't feel embarrassed getting industry experts to come in and talk about their game. So that'd be cool. Overcooked 2 was announced. Daemon X Machina. Yep. New Octopath Traveler trailer demo's coming out, and the progress will carry on to your new game, as opposed to the previous trailer where you stopped at a certain point. This one, you get 2 hours of play, and then that's it. And that will carry over. Get this game. If you are a fan of Square Enix JRPGs, if you're a fan of Chrono Trigger, get this game. It is really cool. Get the demo. I think it's out now.
Yeah, you got a free demo up there.
Yeah.
Dragon Ball FighterZ on the Switch as well is apparently actually going to be running at 60 frames per second.
Yeah.
60 frames.
60 frames per second.
What is it, a PC?
No, it is not. And then we had 45 minutes of Smash Brothers Ultimate.
Announcements.
And like everyone else, I was quite surprised that he went, oh, here's who's in it. And went through, and just kept going. He goes, that's right. There's Sakurai sitting there. That's right. Everyone's in it. Now leave me alone. I hate this franchise and I want to die.
Did he say that?
No.
Oh.
So over it.
Didn't it? What were the actual new characters? There's only about 2, wasn't there?
They announced Ridley and they announced Echo characters.
Ripley from Aliens.
Ridley from Metroid. And then the little squid ink people from Splatoon.
Yeah.
And
What about the people from Splatoon?
What?
Yeah, the
Yeah, that's what they are, the squidlings.
Oh, okay. Not the... Yeah, right.
And
Yeah, that's a bit weird.
there was Daisy was announced as an Echo character. So Echo characters are basically...
Backup characters.
No, you're Sub-Zero and you're Scorpion. So that palette-swapped characters with the same moveset.
Just you would pick Peach and you choose Daisy.
Yeah, something like that.
You
but
pick Peach and you get Daisy.
I'm pretty sure that we're going to get more characters on the lead up to the December 7 reveal. From what I've heard from people who were at E3, it is a completely reworked game.
What, Smash Brothers?
Yeah.
How many characters is it then? Like, how many is it all up?
I think it's around 60 odd.
How are they going to put them all on the
65?
screen? They're going to very small icons.
But it's starting off with just the core ones from the first game on the 64. And then you have to do things to unlock them all, which is really,
They could
really
just have
cool.
a list, I suppose, of names and then just one picture on each side.
Yeah.
That's how I do it.
While Braden's looking that up, I'm pretty sure it's about 65, 66. Let's go through our predictions from last show. And see who won.
Have you? I don't have mine written down.
Oh, don't you?
No.
Oh, well, I'm pretty sure I won anyway.
I'm pretty sure Dan might have got maybe one.
So mine were, for Xbox, new Forza Horizon. Yep, that's a point. Halo 6. Yep, that's a point. Sea of Thieves, new Quest. Yep, that's a point. Fable reboot. We didn't see anything. We didn't see anything from Rocksteady.
No, Rocksteady killed me. That was disappointing as hell. But
Yeah.
I think with the Forza team, they announced that their world building, they're working on a new thing.
Right.
Their world building team is working on a new thing, and I heard people speculating that might be the new Fable.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go. And then I said Scalebound is out in a different formula. That didn't come true anyway. So I got 3 out of 5 for that one.
I can't remember. Oh, wait, I have to remember what it's Xbox. I wanted Knights
You wanted
of the Old...
ridiculous
No,
games
I
that
wanted
never
Knights
come
of the
out.
Old Republic.
Yeah,
Right.
that didn't happen.
65.
I think I said Gears.
65?
65.
I said Gears and a Halo, didn't I?
I don't know. You should have written them
I
down.
said Gears of War.
Yeah, you did.
I got
All
some.
right, Sony, Death Stranding
I only had
gameplay.
3 on my
Do you reckon
list.
we
You
saw
got 5.
Yeah, we saw gameplay.
Of what?
Death Stranding?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, you said Kojima playing Death Stranding.
That's true.
Yeah, right. I'll back it. All right. I said Avengers trailer. Didn't see anything. Ghost of Tsushima gameplay. Yep, I'll take that one. Dreams beta. No, we didn't get that.
Nope.
And Horizon Zero Dawn 2 tease. No. So
What was
I got
that one for? That was
Sony.
I
1
had,
out of 5.
I had
Siphon filter.
Siphon Filter, Parasite, Eve. Oh, I also wanted my sideways scroller of Shadow Complex. They didn't.
right, yeah.
I thought they might have done that because they
So-
actually been.
You got 0. And finally on to Nintendo. I said Smash Brothers out with Nintendo Online in September, so I got that wrong. I said a Labo arcade cabinet. I still say that's going to happen. But they didn't mention Labo at all.
Yeah, it's
done.
Soggy Labo's gone, man.
No, but like it's their newest thing, and they didn't even mention it.
Yeah. Trailer for Metroid 4 Prime. Nope.
Neg.
Animal Crossing for Switch. Nope. And Mario Odyssey DLC out now.
Dude, I got more Nintendo ones than you.
So, out of 15, I got 4. How many did you get, Dan?
Out of what, all of it?
Yeah.
I think I got about 4.
We tied.
I got Gears of War. I got a Mario game, a Pokemon game.
I'm not including them.
Yeah, you are.
But you weren't specific. You just said a game.
Yeah, well, you didn't say you had to be
Oh,
specific.
fine. All right.
I don't care who
Whatever.
won. To tell you the truth.
Yep. Well, I think you came through and won that one, but it's all right. I don't care anyway. We've been Hack the Dino. Usually a fortnightly pop culture podcast, unless there's a big old expo coming out, in which case we went weekly. This has been episode 45. We're only 5 episodes away from episode 50, and we're going to do something special for that. We've started planning now. If you want to know what we've got in
We're
mind...
icing the cake as you speak.
If you want to know what we've got in mind, head on over to Facebook and look up Hack the Dino and join there. Or go over to patreon.com /Hack the Dino and lend us $1. Help us keep these new lights on. $1 a month, you get access to pre-show, post-show, and the exclusive Patreon Facebook group where we talk about all cool things. $3 a month. What else? What do you get for $3 a month? Oh, you get Hack the Dino More, non-gaming, non-comic, off-topic talking podcast
which
with
is
Dan and Braden.
Which is actually really good.
Get drunk, and I don't, because I don't drink, so I'm the voice of reason for...
I don't get drunk.
You get smashed off your glasses.
Yeah, that's good. It's like as good as this, but with Braden here.
Yeah, and then you have $10 producer level, which is all these awesome people in my hands who support us at $10 a month, and they get absolutely everything. Or if you've got something you'd like to plug, we also have a $30 level where you can buy advertising space.
Did you mention the Let's Plays that are coming up as well?
I did not. What's coming up, Dan?
There is a Let's Play coming up, which is
because we reached our first goal, which was combined $75 per month, which our generous Patreon, it's on the site, generous Patreons have donated to us. Special thank you to Michael Towns,
who upped
his pledge just to get to the Let's Plays. I really hope we disappoint you.
No, you're not going to be disappointed because they've let me edit the Let's Play, so you're going to see some classic McGuinness editing.
Oh boy, I've seen some of his old skating editing videos. Hang on to your butts.
Yeah, that'll be dubstep all the way through it.
And finally, youtube.com /Hack the Dino, which is hopefully where you're watching this from. While you are, please hit that subscribe button, maybe the little notification bell as well, so you can stay informed with all the stuff we bring out, like crap game reviews. If you're a Patreon, we got the Dan's comic reviews. We got a heap of stuff, so you should watch that.
We are pretty much content heavy.
We try to be. Now,
heavy.
if we could just get the viewers and the listeners to also be interested.
Don't beg. It makes you look desperate.
I'm desperate.
Desperate for begging.
Just validate me.
And cut.
Please.